So Sarah, I've been meaning to ask you something. What did you study in college? I'm always curious about what path people took to get where they are.
Oh, actually, I didn't go to college. I'm a high school dropout, Rebecca.
Wait, what? You're joking, right? That's not possible!
No, I'm serious. I left high school early to start working. It wasn't an easy decision, but circumstances required it.
What? So you're a high school dropout? Wow! I had no idea you were that stupid. You look pretty sharp, so I thought you might be smart. But this is just unbelievable. What an idiot.
Rebecca, that's really harsh. I understand it might be surprising, but calling me stupid seems unnecessary. I wasn't hiding it or anything. I just didn't think you knew. But why are you saying things like that? You're making fun of me for being a high school dropout, aren't you?
Oh, wait, did you not even realize you were being made fun of? I mean, come on, Sarah. In this day and age, who doesn't finish high school? That's literally the bare minimum of education. I guess stupid people really can't even hold a proper conversation. I mean, Mike graduated from grad school, so I just assumed the person he'd choose would be smart too. I guess I shouldn't make assumptions like that. This is seriously shocking. What kind of sister-in-law are you? You're just a lowlife.
Rebecca, I think you're being incredibly cruel right now. My educational background doesn't define my worth as a person or as family.
I think it does, though. You're literally worthless.
Do I really have to put up with being talked to like this? When I tell people I'm a high school dropout, some people do look down on me like this, but I think that's because their worldview is too narrow.
Huh? Narrow worldview? Are you seriously lecturing me about worldviews right now? Don't talk to me about worldviews when you didn't even go to college. You're the one who hasn't seen the world. Only making it through high school. You're seriously stupid. Ugh, I don't want anything to do with you. Having a high school dropout in the family is just unbearable.
Rebecca, you're really crossing a line here. I've worked incredibly hard to build the life I have now. That's going too far. Why do you speak so badly about high school dropouts? Did you have some bad experience in the past?
Bad experience? No, I just have standards. I believe in the value of education and hard work through proper channels. Look, I went to college, so naturally everyone around me is also college educated. I don't have a single person around me whose highest education level is high school. I mean, I'm surprised people like that even exist anymore. So the fact that you're a high school dropout is just abnormal. I never even considered that high school dropouts could exist. It's refreshing in a way.
Rebecca, you realize you're talking about real people, right? People with feelings and experiences beyond just their education level.
I don't care. They don't matter to me.
I see. Well, that makes sense. Birds of a feather flock together, after all. People with the same education level tend to stick together.
Exactly! Finally, you understand. It's just natural selection in social circles. But wait, so that means everyone around you is also a high school dropout? Ew, that's rock bottom! A bunch of bottom feeders gathering together. That sounds really sketchy. I definitely never want to get anywhere near that crowd.
You don't have to say it like that. That's an incredibly prejudiced thing to say. Some of the most successful and kind people I know have various educational backgrounds. But we are family after all. I'd like to get along, but if you really can't stand me that much, then I won't get involved with you either. Rebecca, you don't need to worry about it.
Oh, so now you're trying to make me feel guilty? That's not going to work on me. That's not the point I'm making. Having a high school dropout in the family is seriously embarrassing. You're like a stain on the family name. Do you realize you should be ashamed?
A stain on the family name? Rebecca, do you hear yourself right now? Do I really need to feel that way?
Yes, you absolutely should! And you know what else? I've been thinking about this whole situation, and if that's how it is, then don't ever come to family gatherings again! I don't want to be associated with you anymore! When I have kids and you have kids, they'll be cousins or whatever. I can't deal with that! I don't want my children associating with such low-level people!
Now you're talking about our future children? Rebecca, this is getting out of hand. That way of talking is really cruel. I may be a high school dropout, but my kids would have nothing to do with it, and you don't need to go that far. Besides, you're just harboring prejudice against high school dropouts for no real reason, and the way you're talking, you're acting like a child.
Huh? Acting like a child? I'm being realistic about social standards and expectations. You're the one acting like a child. You haven't learned anything since graduating high school. This is unbelievable.
Rebecca, I've learned more in the real world than many people learn in 4 years of college. Life experience counts for something, but it seems that you're not willing to listen. Anyway, if you're going to say things like that, I won't get involved with you either, so just leave me alone from now on.
I thought I told you not to come to family gatherings! Don't you understand English? Just because you're a high school dropout doesn't mean you can ignore basic social cues.
I understand perfectly well, Rebecca, but I think you're the one who doesn't understand what family means.
Family means maintaining standards and not bringing everyone down to the lowest common denominator. You know what? I can't even stand talking to you right now. The fact that you think you belong here is just pathetic.
Rebecca, will you think about what you've done? You didn't have to be so aggressive. Throwing hot tea on me is going too far.
That's what you deserve. You don't belong here. You're the one who came uninvited. If you don't want your face burned any worse, get out of here right now.
You're insane. I can't believe you just did that. You even made me get down on my knees in front of everyone.
Because you don't belong here. Having a high school dropout woman in the family is shameful. A bowing apology is only natural. How does it feel to be made to bow in front of everyone? Did it make you cry?
I can't believe you made me do this. It was humiliating and completely unnecessary. Do you realize that this is bullying? That's just what cowards do. Why are you doing this to me? What's fun about this?
What's fun is finally putting you in your place. You needed to learn where you stand in this family. It's your fault for not understanding your place, isn't it? If you don't like it, get out of here right now. Don't ever show your face again.
Rebecca, you're going too far! This isn't just about education anymore. This is pure cruelty. We're done as a family. What the hell have you done, making Sarah go through this?
Huh? What are you talking about? Who do you think you are?
I'm your husband, Rebecca, and right now I'm ashamed of what I'm seeing. Stop fooling around. What's going on here?
Huh? Honey? Really? I don't understand.
You don't understand? Seriously? After everything you've done? You've gotta be kidding me. I didn't know that you were this much of a lowlife. It's all your fault. Thanks to you, we're gonna lose everything. What are you gonna do about this, idiot?
Huh? Wait a second. What are you talking about? Why are you getting so upset? She's just a dropout. You should be on my side. What's going on?
Your husband is crying and bowing to me right now. You really did something unforgivable. Even with your college degree, you're not worth much, are you? I'm very disappointed in you.
This is all backwards. Why is everyone acting like I'm the villain here? Huh? Sarah? You came back? Explain what you're trying to pull here. Stop messing around.
I'm not messing around, Rebecca. What you've done today has consequences that you haven't even begun to understand. Your husband just has more common sense than you do. And you looking down on people just because they're high school dropouts? You're about to get what's coming to you.
What are you talking about? Are you threatening me now?
I mean that actions have consequences, Rebecca. You've shown your true character today. Did you know your husband is changing jobs and starting at a new company?
Of course I know. Mike tells me everything about his career. What does that have to do with anything?
And do you know anything about the new company?
Well, yeah, I heard about some stuff, but so what?
Well, since you're so interested in educational backgrounds and professional achievements, you might want to know something interesting. I'm the CEO of the company he's going to work for.
What? No, don't tell me stupid lies like that. There's no way that's true.
Rebecca, you've spent this entire evening telling me how stupid and worthless I am because of my education, but you never once asked what I actually do for work. You don't have to believe me, but you can check the company website and you'll see right away. Though knowing you, you probably don't even know anything about his new company anyway.
This has to be some kind of joke. Are you seriously saying that?
Of course I am. What would be the point of telling such a ridiculous lie here? Well, since that's how it is, I think I'll cancel your husband's job offer. Since you said you want to cut ties with me, that would be better for you, right?
Wait, hold on. Really, just wait. Why? But you're a high school dropout, right? A company CEO? And my husband got a job offer there? He was so happy he was on the verge of tears. Wait, hold on. Why? How is this possible? There's no way a high school dropout could become a CEO.
Rebecca, this is exactly the kind of narrow thinking I was talking about. Success comes from hard work, determination, and vision, not just from having a diploma on the wall. I worked very hard, but I think anyone who succeeds in building a company would put in that kind of effort, regardless of what path their life took.
Still, this is shocking. Are you really serious?
I started from the bottom, Rebecca. I worked multiple jobs, saved every penny, learned from every mistake, and eventually built something from nothing. If you don't want to believe it, that's fine. Anyway, based on what happened today, I'll think about how to handle my relationship with you two as a couple going forward.
Wait, Sarah, please. I know I said some terrible things, but I don't know what came over me. If that's how it is, then I guess I have no choice but to get along with you. I can do that. I don't really hate you that much or anything, so please reconsider the job thing.
You don't really hate me that much? Rebecca, an hour ago you were calling me a stain on the family name. You can't just say convenient things like that now. Anyway, I'm currently treating the burns you gave me by cooling them down. You can come back when you've cooled your head down too. Though I'll be leaving soon. I don't want to be involved with you anymore.
That's why I'm taking back what I said. Don't hold it against me.
Taking it back? Rebecca, you can't just take back hours of humiliation and cruelty. You can't take back making me bow in front of family. What you said casually might not have meant much to you, but it was very hurtful to me. I'm never getting involved with you again. Goodbye.
Sarah, are your burns okay? I hope they don't leave scars.
Margaret, thank you for your concern. I'm trying to process everything that just happened. They're minor burns, so I don't think they'll scar. I'm sorry for getting you involved in this mess. I never thought something like this would happen. I'm shocked.
You have nothing to apologize for, dear. What Rebecca did was completely unacceptable. I was shocked, too, and couldn't even speak. Rebecca suddenly threw tea at you and made you kneel like that. I thought it was some kind of performance.
I wish it had been a performance, Margaret. I've never experienced anything like that before. I honestly didn't know she was the type of person who would go that far. It was pretty upsetting.
I can imagine. Everyone was stunned. But why did this happen?
It all started when she found out about my educational background. I never imagined it would matter so much to her. She apparently couldn't stand that I'm a high school dropout and kept looking down on me. She even told me not to come to family gatherings like today because I'm an embarrassment, she said. Even though I'm family too. I understand that college graduates look down on high school dropouts, but being talked to like that was a bit traumatic. It was really shocking.
Of course that would be shocking, and you even have trauma from it. You've been through a lot.
Thank you for saying that, Margaret. It means a lot coming from you, but it's all in the past now.
I see, but if that's the case, then what she said is really problematic, because I'm also a high school dropout.
What? Margaret, I had no idea. You never mentioned it before.
I've faced my share of judgment over the years, too. My family was very poor. After I graduated high school, I immediately had to go work to support the family. There weren't people around me who would look down on me for it, but times are different now.
Margaret, I'm so sorry. If I had known, I never would have let Rebecca continue with her tirade. I see. So, she was indirectly insulting you, too. That definitely deserves punishment.
You couldn't have known, dear, but yes, everything she said about high school dropouts was also directed at me, whether she knew it or not. Honestly, I don't feel good about being looked down on either. Oh, and Sarah, this is a bit awkward to say, but I wanted to talk to you about Rebecca.
Of course, Margaret. What's on your mind? This is the first time you've asked me for advice, Margaret. Is something wrong?
Well, I've noticed some things about Rebecca lately that have been concerning me. I don't want to cause you more trouble.
Please don't worry about that. After what happened today, I want to help however I can.
Sarah, we need to talk right now! What are you trying to pull? My husband told me he's divorcing me, and apparently you told him you won't cancel the job offer if he divorces me. Making deals like that is disgusting!
Rebecca, I think you misunderstood what happened. I didn't make any deals. I just don't want to be involved with someone crazy enough to throw hot tea on me and to make me kneel in front of family. From my perspective, your husband didn't do anything wrong and wasn't harmful to me. I just gave him a rational choice. If he earns money, it would help you as a stay-at-home wife. But I'd rather that not happen, so I told him, I'm canceling the job offer. So go work hard somewhere else. That's all.
But you know that puts me in an impossible position! You're manipulating the situation! That kind of threat is disgusting! You know I'm a stay-at-home wife, and you're trying to make me suffer on purpose! That's just evil!
Evil? Rebecca, you threw hot tea on me and humiliated me in front of our entire family, and you're calling me evil? Alright, say whatever you want. After seeing what you're really like, being called evil by you doesn't affect me at all.
I was upset and emotional. People say things they don't mean when they're emotional. But then, what am I supposed to do? If you do this to me and I get divorced as a stay-at-home wife, how am I supposed to live?
Rebecca, you should have thought about consequences before you decided to treat me the way you did. Figure it out yourself. You're college-educated with superior learning, right? Though I did hear rumors about your alma mater having super relaxed criteria for admissions, but it's still better than being a dropout, right? Keep being proud of your credentials like that. In the end, you're just empty, void of any real heart, with only your youth to be proud of.
What did you say? That's why I did my best to catch a man with a great educational background and married him. Thanks to that, I've been able to live without any hardships. Don't you dare try to destroy that life!
This is the result of your own actions. You can hate me all you want, but you should have just quietly hated me instead of getting carried away. That bullying behavior like some stupid student. That's exactly what powerless people do to make themselves look big. You're such a small person that I can't deal with you. Get lost.
You think you're so high and mighty now, don't you? Well, let me tell you something about your precious life story. You are really the worst. Everyone who gets involved with you becomes unhappy. I was right about you after all.
What are you talking about now, Rebecca?
Oh, you want to know? I did some digging after our little confrontation earlier. You said you were raised by your mother, but that mother is already dead, right? Your father died and your mother died too. Even for someone your age, that's pretty rare. I bet your mother got sick because you caused her so much trouble. That makes you like a plague god, or maybe a grim reaper. Ugh, scary. If I disappear now too, you'd really be a grim reaper.
Rebecca, you've crossed a line that you can never come back from. If that's how you see it, then maybe you're right, because my mother took her own life.
Wait, what?
You wanted to know about my past, Rebecca? Let me tell you the whole story since you're so interested. My mother worked desperately to raise me, but the overwork led to depression, and I started working right after graduating high school to help her. This is something I learned later, but apparently the workplace environment was terrible, and my mother had been suffering while working there for a long time. Like me, my mother was also a high school dropout, and as someone raising a child while working, she wasn't in a position to choose her jobs. Around that time, I told her about a college student at my part-time job who bought me dinner saying that high school dropouts must have it tough. I thought it was a nice story, but after that, my mother started feeling responsible for not being able to send me to college and making me work instead, and she took her own life.
Oh no, seriously? That's pretty intense. I mean, I wasn't really being serious when I said that.
Not being serious? Rebecca, you just called me a Grim Reaper and suggested I caused my mother's death. How is that not serious? I don't know what you meant when you called me a Grim Reaper, but everyone carries different pasts and different feelings as they live their lives. You shouldn't carelessly trample on people's hearts with your shallow thinking, not knowing anything about them. If your comment made me take my own life tomorrow, how would you take responsibility?
I wouldn't want that to happen. I really wouldn't. I just got carried away and I didn't think it would turn into such a heavy topic.
Every topic is heavy when it involves real people's lives, Rebecca. That's something you seem to have never learned. You meant it as harassment, but you should stop making such stupid comments. And while we're at it, let me talk about your other stupid behavior.
Other behavior? What are you talking about now?
Margaret told me some interesting things about your recent activities, Rebecca. You've been going to host clubs, haven't you?
How could you possibly know about that?
So it's true then. Margaret was right to be concerned. Margaret saw you walking around with some flashy guy and consulted me about it.
Margaret saw me? When? And she told you?
She was worried about Mike. She didn't know how to handle the situation, so she came to me for advice. Since you're a stay-at-home wife who's always bored, you've been playing around at places like that. Where did you get the money for that?
Well, I borrowed money and managed to make it work somehow.
Borrowed money while your husband is working to support you? From whom?
It's complicated, okay? I didn't think it would be a big deal. Anyway, that's none of your business. Why are you asking?
Rebecca, you're right. It's not my business, so I won't dig deeper into that, but since you're a stay-at-home wife who's about to be abandoned, you should think more carefully about your actions from now on. I'm just kindly giving you that advice.
About to be abandoned? You're really going to destroy my marriage over this? I don't want to get divorced. I won't look down on anyone anymore. I won't say bad things either, so I won't get involved. So please stop trying to make us divorce.
Rebecca, it's not me who's destroying your marriage. Your own actions have consequences. It's too late. I can see clearly that you're someone who can't learn. You first contacted me saying you didn't want a divorce, and now you're calling me a Grim Reaper. You really are stupid. I'm not getting involved with people like you. Go experience hell and learn to recognize your own incompetence the hard way.
Sarah, please, I'm begging you. I know I messed up, but I can change.
Rebecca, people like you don't change. You only regret when you face consequences, not because you understand what you did wrong. After that, Rebecca seemed strangely proud of her outrageous behavior, but apparently the family called her out later when she finally realized that everyone around her was actually disgusted. I think this incident really showed her that the kind of stupid bullying behavior that might make you feel superior works only until you're a student. After that, you just get looked at as pathetic and get weeded out. Rebecca, who got divorced and had to pay alimony, apparently also had massive debts that came to light according to rumors I heard. I hope she suffers a lot and regrets her immature actions.